Alright guys, here I am. It's the next day. These are all dry and I'm gonna get started. So I'm gonna start by getting some of the obvious stuff out of here, like the stuff that I know I'm not keeping. Yeah, so that way at least a bunch of this stuff is out of my way, and then I will figure out with the stuff that I'm keeping what I want to put in those.
Stepped into my life, such a magic feeling when you tore down my walls. I wish I could go back to right before you told me I'd try to change it all. But look at us now, could have gone so far. It hurts to realize we're parted. Yeah, look at us now, this is who we are. And I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again. Strangers again. We're like strangers again.
Alright guys, so now that I was finally able to move around a little bit more in here and think straight with a bunch of that stuff taken out, I finally started to fill all of my canisters, which was so exciting because I hate having a bunch of random packaging in the pantry. It just looks messy and it's a pain to work out of the packages. Like the flour doesn't close well once you open it and stuff like that. So I was really happy to have these canisters getting filled and labeled. The labeling makes me really happy. Look how pretty that is.
And I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again. Strangers again. We're like strangers again. I just know things will never be the same. Like strangers again. Like strangers again. Strangers again. Now that we parted, I better get started. It's time to get my head up again. You said that you had to, I'll try to forget you. Just didn't think we'd end up this way. Like strangers again. Strangers again. Like strangers again. Strangers again. Like strangers again. Like strangers again. You take my love for granted. Say a bunch of stuff you never mean, yeah. I think I need a minute to feel.
Alright guys, I'm coming along nicely. I only have a few things left lingering here. The pantry is looking good. I'll talk to you about what's going on with all this stuff, but I'm just gonna keep going. Alright guys, so this jar has always held our oats, but honestly, I don't really like the kids. The kids use oats on a daily basis, and they are not careful with this lid, and I'm always afraid it's gonna break. But I use flour daily to feed my sourdough starter and make sourdough bread and everything, and so I figured it would be really nice to have my flour out here all the time. So I poured the oats out of this and put the flour in it, and then hold on. All right, so let's start down here. So I have my husband's coffee, oh, and always hiding in this dark corner, these are SCOBYs for making kombucha. And this is called a SCOBY Hotel. It's a jar full of SCOBYs, and it has kombucha in it. And it keeps those SCOBYs good for when I'm ready to make kombucha, and then I use it. Okay, so these are my husband's coffee pods. The kids' applesauce, which I normally put in the fridge, but honestly our fridge is so full right now because that's the next thing that needs to get done. So I have those there, and then I have our extra rice, extra oats, the KitchenAid right there. We had some extra flour because we got too much at Costco last time. This big cutting board that we only use on rare occasions, like when my husband does like tri-tip outside and stuff, that's when we use that. And then all of our appliances are on this shelf, convenient. And then this is like peanut butter jelly, syrup, and honey, like sweetener, like, I don't know, whatever. And then this is all of our cans. And then a neighbor made us some homemade jam, and she dried some of her homegrown fruit and put those in little bags for us, and she made us some homemade applesauce from her homegrown apples. So anyway, that's what those are. And then our cans, and then this is like the sauce shelf. These are all of our dressings over here, and then spaghetti sauce and other sauces. And then this shelf, we had some tea in a box. So I put the tea in here. This is one of the liquid IV flavors that we don't drink a lot. It's the sleeping one. So I put that there. And then our chicken stock, and then all of our like noodle type stuff. So rice ramen noodles, lentils, noodles, and then I have pistachios, and then these are kind of like the kids' snacks right here, and their liquid IV. And then this is my liquid IV, my snacks, hot cocoa, gluten-free flour, and then we have our oats, raisins, protein, rice, flour, erythritol, brown sugar, a homemade sweetener I made. This is xylitol. I use this and this to make this. And then, what was I gonna say? Felt like I was gonna say something, but, and then all of our extra bags of chips are up here, and that is my recipe binder. In this bread box is all of our Christmas like cookie cutters. So I just like to keep those way up high because I only need those once a year. That I use for a vase when I have fresh flowers. That is, my husband bought strawberry syrup for when it snows so the kids can make snow cones. I have a bunch of plastic forks, a Costco size plastic forks in here, and we have these Ziploc bags. So yeah, what do you guys think? I mean, it is a million times better. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. So I labeled this raisins. This is a new container. As soon as these raisins are gone, I'm gonna get rid of this because the kids dropped it and it's all cracked on the bottom, and I'm afraid that we're going to get ants in it. So yeah, as soon as those raisins are gone, I'm throwing this container away, sadly. But yep, that's it. It's so much better. And then let me show you guys what I got rid of. Brace yourselves. I can't believe all of this was in my pantry, okay? But it was. So I have some glass jars here that I don't have lids for. And then I just never use that one. The opening is so small, it's hard to get scoops out of it. And then I never use these. These came from Goodwill and they're going back to Goodwill. My mom bought them from Goodwill, then gave them to me, and now I'm taking them back to Goodwill. This jar also, I never use it, and I don't want the kids like accessing glass, and this had the pistachios. Now the pistachios are in a plastic container, so yeah. And then there's a bunch of like cardboard packaging that was in there. Like this is from Christmas and it was still in there full of hot cocoa, which I fit in one of the plastic things. There's like old food, stuff that was expired, just old packages. I've been wanting to donate this thing for a really long time, but it's been really hard for me to let go of it. I've had it since the first house I bought, but I have nowhere for it. I have nothing, no use for it. So it used to be a centerpiece on my dining table, and I would put fake flowers in it and stuff, but I just don't ever have room. And then this is stuff from my kitchen declutter. Oh, actually, I didn't mean to put that goat milk strainer in there, but so I'll get that out. But everything else in there is going. And then a lot of this was like I poured this into a container. This quinoa was left open in the pantry, and it just, I don't trust it. Lots of stuff I'm getting rid of here. And over in here, and then in here, I have, like, I'm sure I might find a use for these. I might try them under my bathroom sink. I'm gonna give them a try before I get rid of them, but we're not grabbing napkins out of here. Like, it's just not, it has not become a habit. So I'm gonna figure out another place for napkins. And then this also, I tried having napkins in here. I put some essential oils in here, and then my son is hiding candy. But I think I'm gonna give this basket to my daughter, and she can put her dog's little outfits in there. So I do want to find a good place to store these extra napkins, which I will never buy napkins at Costco again, just because those, like, I mean, I bought these napkins like a year ago, and we just can't get rid of them. Can't seem to get rid of them. I might give them to my mom, because they use napkins a lot. My kids naturally grab paper towels. And then I'm gonna give this to one of my neighbors that bakes with gluten-free flour, just because we hardly ever do, and I had 2 bags of it, so I put one in a container, and this one I just know we won't use it up fast, so I'm gonna give that to her. The pantry declutter all finished. I'm so glad I got this done. Alrighty guys, I look awful, so don't look at me, but thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments if I inspired you, and let me know if you're gonna start decluttering your kitchen or your pantry or your fridge or whatever. And yes, I love to hear from you guys in the comments always. I don't always get a chance to write back, but I try to as often as I can. But I read every single comment, whether I reply or not. I do read them. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe so you can keep up with all of my decluttering that I'm doing throughout my house, little by little. Progress, not perfection. Yes. Thank you guys. All right, see you in the next one. Bye.